This is the Better Churn podcast for the first one of the new year. Are we ready?
Yeah, let's do this.
Are you excited to be doing the Better Churn?
Yeah, I'm glad we're back.
It was a nice hiatus, don't you think?
Yes, but everybody needs holiday time. It's nice not to have to worry about anything at the holidays if you want to spend time with your family or whatever.
Yeah, those holidays can really take a toll on people, especially with presents and food and all sorts of things. Traveling is one of those big issues. Do you do a lot of traveling for holidays?
I just go to my sister's. That's about 5 hours away from where I live.
That's a long way to travel.
It is. It seems awful long too going down there, but it's nice when you get there.
Well, that's good. I'd hate to travel and not like the place I'm going.
Yeah, that's true.
So I thought for this podcast that we would try to explore what the goal is for this year, what we want to accomplish, maybe do some planning. I have my book ready to do some planning.
Awesome.
Maybe figure out where we're going, what we're doing, how we're doing it. Because, it's good to be planned.
Yeah.
So, let's start with expectations for the podcast. What are your expectations?
Well, hopefully we'll stay consistent and do it.
That's always good to do it, staying consistent. We're still going to try to do the podcast 2 times a month. And one extra for Patreon that you can find later on, and then we'll record. We'll get them going, and we'll get them situated. We'll have all the information at the end of the show here. But I think 2 times a month is pretty good, don't you?
Oh yeah, that sounds good.
Well, it'd be more than 2 for us, but 2 for them.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're planning and scheduling and doing all sorts of things today. Let me get this sent out real quick. We are also live on Twitch as the time of this recording.
Hello, Twitch people. Twitchy people. Nah.
And future YouTube. Hello, YouTube.
Yeah.
We're trying new things this year. We're getting set up. We're going through all sorts of things. Do you follow me on Twitter, dear ma'am?
I'm not sure if I do or not.
You may not follow my new account. I do have a new one. You followed my other one, I believe. But I don't think you follow my new one.
What is your new one?
It's Buttertusky.
Okay.
At Buttertusky on Twitter. That's the official Twitter for the Better Churn podcast. And of course, my podcast, my Twitch channel as well is at Buttertusky. You can retweet and tweet us questions and everything.
I'm following you now.
Woohoo! Now I'm writing all this down so it's more official. Everyone knows if you write it down, it's more official, right?
That's right.
So we decided on two episodes a month for the podcast. A third one for Patreon, if you follow us on Patreon or would like to support us on Patreon. We are also going to try to do other things, maybe, in the future, hopefully, that we can get going. So, do you have any questions at all, Anxiety?
Not so far, I don't.
Not so far.
Yeah, sound like we got some good stuff going. Get started, stay consistent. Got all this new stuff, Twitch and YouTube and everything.
So I'll go through what we have so far. So we have a Twitch channel. That's me. Hi. I stream on Twitch. I stream Minecraft at the moment, and some other games we'll be doing eventually. And that is Buttertusky as well. And then we have a Twitter, which is Buttertusky, which is also my Twitter and the podcast Twitter. We have a YouTube channel, that just recently started doing, which is we don't have our customized URL yet, but we're gonna get there sometime. We're gonna get there sometime. If you don't follow that, go ahead and go over there and give us a subscribe. Leave a follow on Twitch just to show your support and see if you want to see how we grow and do stuff. I'm really excited about it. Like I'm really hoping we get this going.
Yeah, me too.
We also have a Patreon for the Better Churn podcast, and that's the Better Churn. That's the Better Churn podcast. I forgot some of our stuff.
How many tiers do we have in Patreon? Do we have different tiers or just one?
We have different tiers. I'm pulling it up at the moment. I think we have 4 tiers. First tier is just if you want to support us that way. And then I mean get my book of passwords. Books of secrets and book of passwords.
Secrets.
Yeah. Secrets and passwords. We have 4 tiers. We have the first tier, which allows you to support us and see how we're going. And that one is called Space Camp. And then you can become a space trainee. And you get a chance to be part of Discord, live discussion, shout outs, and early access for podcasts, which we might rearrange on some things. You also get a shout out at the end of the podcast and videos if you help us there. The next tier is Space Recruit. As a recruit, you get in on a private Discord, different from the Space Trainee one, where you have a little bit more chances to get involved with the podcast and do a little bit more. And then you have Space Adventure. You get early access to episodes, bonus episodes, live chat, Patreon shout out, private community. We're gonna probably change those around a little bit and see how we can get those going.
And what are we on Patreon? What are we called?
What's that?
What are we called on Patreon?
We are Better Toski, the Better Churn. I don't know why it's set like that, but that's what it decided to set to. I'll probably do some rearranging and just call it the Better Churn podcast. But we hope to see you there. And then later on, if you want to listen to the episodes show support, we also have Buzzsprout, which we are thebutterchurn.buzzsprout.com. And that's where you can listen to our podcast after they're edited and recorded and put up for the first little while. And then they'll eventually end up on our YouTube, which is Butter Tusky. And that's where we'll try to do different videos. Well, I'll try to do different videos. I don't know if you want to be a part of that or not. Where we do gaming videos, we do podcast, we list our podcast, we do makeup videos. I've been doing makeup streams, which is fun to watch. You get to see me mess up on makeup and grow as a makeup artist and see my journey. Hopefully you'll tune in for that. But yeah, it's New Year. It's getting exciting for me. I don't know about you, Anxiety Elephant, but I feel it.
You feel a lot of excitement in there.
It's gonna be something, that's for sure.
You're gonna need to send me the link on the Patreon because I can't find it.
You can't find it?
No, even when I typed in that, it didn't come up.
Are you spelling it correctly?
I hope so.
I may have misspelled it, and it's being all wonky. Because we know I'm not the best at.
You are the best, actually.
Well,
yeah, just send me later because it's not coming out.
I will send it on Discord for you later.
Okay.
Hashtag That link should take you to it, hopefully. If not,
Okay.
then I will get you the proper link.
Yeah, you got me.
So, what are your plans for this year, podcast-wise?
I mean, you got so much going on now that you've started all this other stuff. I think it'll be really good.
I'm trying to get us all on the social medias, get us out
And I think we're
there.
pretty good. So,
If you want to be part of some videos, feel free to be like, yeah, I want to be in there. Or be like, no, that's awful. Because right now, I know you may not know it, but I am recording us and me on video. Hello, video camera.
yeah, I think we definitely need to do something together. I think, like maybe in the same spot. Because if y'all don't know, we're doing it remotely.
Yes, we are doing the Butter Churn podcast remotely at the moment. We didn't start it because of COVID like that. It's just it's how our preferences started. Like we were like, hey, you're over there, I'm here. Why not do something like this? But
Yeah.
hopefully we'll have something, a video for the Patreon where we're both
Hopefully
in
we
it.
get some. Yeah, hopefully we get some sponsors this year.
Hopefully,
Maybe
that's always good.
some-
That's always a hope. We got to be more active. We're gonna pump out those podcasts. We're gonna get more followers and subscribers. We're gonna do all the things this year, I believe, or at least die trying.
Yeah, we're gonna do them.
But podcast wise, I want to do a little bit more themed podcasts. Do random podcasts. Have random podcasts where we just talk about anything and everything. We maybe do podcast live where we answer questions, do things like that to get more awareness.
Yeah.
I think that would be a good start.
Maybe we can try to do one live out in the public. Talk to the public.
Ooh, live out in public. That would be something. I would have to learn how to do that. That's another thing. I gotta learn all this new stuff. I'm learning Twitch. I'm learning YouTube. I'm learning technology. So the more I plan on going deep diving into all this, expanding my growth as a human, as a humane. But that's the plan. Would you like to see anything added to the podcast?
Well, that's all I can think of.
Or give it some thought, like give it some deep thought. Like if you want to see this added, if you have ideas for like adding some variation to videos, how I record, anything like that. Like you want to throw up a sponsor page, like this is sponsored by Leslie's Reviews or Anxiety Elephant's game show, like whatever you want to give it some thought. We'll do selfless promotion. Another thing I would like to try is to get more tech savvy with our recordings. I'm going to try to get that.
I need to do that as well.
Get that going. I'm hoping that I can do a little bit more editing, a little quicker, get that done. Do some special editing, make it a little bit more interesting. Find ways to incorporate different aspects like flashing on Patreon or Buzzsprout or wherever we're at the moment. You know, really expanding my tech savviness. Are you pretty tech savvy?
I have to consider myself pretty tech savvy, whether I am or not. That's a whole different question.
We probably need to get you a good computer, and that way you can be all like gung ho and do all sorts of things. Never leave ever. Never look out at a TV or a screen again. Just be that one thing. Because that's what I do. Because right now the setup for the Better Churn podcast is that I have a large TV as my main screen for my computer, and then I hooked up a smaller TV to my computer, so I have a second screen. And then I have another desktop next to that screen, so I can have other things running while I have do the recording and live streaming from my main TV. Which
Cool.
it's definitely something. It's
Yeah.
definitely a mess.
I do need to get me a computer. I've thought a lot about that this year, trying to get myself a computer.
You can get a pretty decent one. Not that you're like a super gamer or anything, but for small stuff, you could probably get one easily. Like, say you get one and I send you stuff to edit and all that fun stuff. You could help with the editing and learn that. That would be a good skill to learn. Unless we just pay someone to do it.
Now, if we get big, we won't have time to do it.
Yeah, when we get big.
What kind of topics do you want to cover this year?
So I want to do some monthly topics, depending on like what month it is, what holidays are in the month, what major events in history. I think that would be really nice. Try to do like this month this happened, this month this happened. At least try to do like one of those a month. Like find a major event that happened and see if find something interesting that not many people know of. Do those. What about you?
I think we do better when we do like a. I like those ideas, but I think we do better when we do a half. Like we've set in research and half not. You know what I mean? Like we banter a little bit better.
Yeah, like
So
half research, half random.
Yeah, but yeah, those are two really good ideas. Because I wonder if there's a day in the world like there is nothing that happened on that day.
That would be interesting to know. That's for sure.
Do you think there's any day of the year that somebody wasn't born on? Do you think there's one day anywhere that is just nobody's birthday?
I never thought about that. Would there be a day? I don't think so, because I think almost every day there's a birthday.
Or how would you even find out?
At least, if you take one country, there at least has to be at least one person in every day. Unless you're...
That would be so crazy if there really was one day where there was nobody in the world's birthday.
Yeah, it'd be like June 13th, no one's birthday.
Yeah.
But that would be insane. That would have to be a holiday.
I've tried to Google that before and I just can't.
That would be hard to Google.
Yeah.
Definitely something that we would have to check into.
Definitely do some shower thought podcasts. That'd be cool.
Some what podcast?
It's called shower thoughts. Those thoughts you have in the shower that you're never doing anything.
Oh.
You don't ever go on the left or anything.
I'll have to look those up.
And you guys out there, if there's something you want to see, you tell us. Just let us know.
Yeah, feel free. Since this will be going up on the YouTubes at some point, feel free to leave a comment below. You can send us a comment on Twitter, on YouTube at BetterToski, about questions you have, things you'd like to see, maybe suggestions you'd like to hear about. Feel free, and we will see what we can do. We may not do every one of them, but we will get to them for sure.
Yeah.
We might try to have events happen. Try to have events, like online events or special events where we have giveaways, maybe. Yeah. That would be fun to do. What do you think?
I think that sounds really good.
Just gotta find something to give away. My love.
We'll give away hugs.
Hugs. Don't worry, they're virtual. You don't have to touch me.
Give away all the virtual hugs, all of them.
All of them. All the smooches. Smooches. Maybe do some community things where we can get some people together to do some things. do some in-game things if we do in-game things. You can also vote on Patreon to, if you're a Patreon of what you'd like to see, what content you want next, things that will help spur us forward in our journey through the cosmos, for sure.
For sure. Did you make any New Year's resolutions, or do you not do them?
I have not made any New Year's resolutions because I made one, and it's not going so well now, and that's less sugar. That one's always a hard one to do, but less sugar. I want to start to work out, try to exercise more, but maybe eat a little healthier. We'll see. Because I am a fat man and I do like my food. What about you? Did you make any New Year's resolutions?
I don't usually make them.
You don't
But
usually make them?
there's things I'd like to do this year.
Well, that's good. Any ones you'd like to share?
Well, I'd like to eat better, maybe lose some weight, stuff like that.
Those seem to be the most common ones: is to eat healthier, lose weight, do something productive. Did you eat any of the fixins that's usually associated with like Mardi Gras or New Year's, like black beans and lentils?
No, we don't do that. Do you guys do that?
No, we didn't do that. It's not been a big tradition in our family.
Did you get tipsy on New Year's Day or New Year's Eve?
I wanted to, but I did not. No, that's another one of those things that we have to be careful about.
Yeah.
That, and I think I was too broke to get tipsy.
Yeah.
It's always being broke. Always being broke. What is your thoughts on the whole Betty White?
I think it's so sad.
Yeah, it was like, 14, 18 days before her birthday?
Yeah, something like that.
She was such an icon for so many people, especially with the Golden Girls. How did she influence you, if she did at all?
I'm not sure if she did influence me, but I've been watching her probably ever since I was a kid. When she was on Password, or when she was on the Golden Girls, then Hot in Cleveland. I just think she's really funny.
She was funny. She had a good sense of humor about her, and her love for pets and stuff was really good. Like, I know a local group around where we live decided to do a fundraiser for the animal shelter in name of Betty White, just to honor her and stuff.
Most people say that on her birthday, that's what they want. That's what she would wanted the most, to give to an animal shelter.
Yeah. She did a lot of stuff for animals.
Yeah. Do you think that she influenced you at all?
Her sense of humor definitely helped influence me.
Back in St. Olaf.
Back in St. Olaf. Fliegenbogenhugen. But like, Golden Girls was one of the major shows I watched growing up. And that humor stuck with me. Rose and Blanche was my favorite characters.
Dorothy was always my favorite, but they were all hilarious.
They were all hilarious. And they all accomplished pretty much a lot. That happened, and then the this is how bad at names I am. The actor who died at 96. I think it was 96. You know which one I'm talking about?
Oh yeah, Sidney Poitier, is that who it was?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah, he's definitely an icon.
He's a great icon, especially for people of color.
Yeah.
And then, of course, America's dad died.
Bob Saget.
Bob Saget. Yeah.
We still don't know what happened to him, but
Yeah, we don't exactly know, but it's starting to be one hell of a year, that's for sure.
yeah.
What do you hope the year brings for you this year? Like, what is one things you hope the year brings?
Wow, that's a deep question. I don't know.
I mean, give it some thought. Like some people, um, they want love, they want good fortune, they want friendship, they just want to get better instead of being sick. Like, there's a lot of stuff you could want, but like, what is something besides like money and
Yeah, because money
love?
is always money.
It's it's always that's always a part of it. That you would really want to happen. Like, what is something um, that you would enjoy or that you would like to see?
Do you have something in mind?
I would like a job that best suits me. Like instead of one where I'm kind of don't fit well with the job, I would like a job that suits me, that I can stick with. Um,
What would you
I know
like?
that's a lot to ask for, but I
Intimate
would.
Treasures is hiring for part time.
Who?
Intimate Treasures?
Oh yeah, but that's a far way to drive.
Yeah.
But I would in a heartbeat. Who doesn't like working at a sex store, right?
Right.
I mean, but something that suits my personality, something that obviously pays well enough to keep me afloat. Just something that's really pretty good. That's what I want. Um,
I hope you find it.
we will see. We have a year, so we will see.
Yeah.
Um, but this year hasn't started off the best for me. Not yet so far. Um,
Yeah, I gotta say, it doesn't even really feel like the year is, like really started for me, but I know it has, but it's not bad and it's not good either. It's just here.
yeah, I get that. I kind of wanted. I kind of feel like blah. Like I really want to just kind of be a puddle of goo and just kind of be here, kind of just exist. But
Yeah.
I know I can't because that's not good for you and your mental health, and you can't. You just can't.
Sorry, we got lost in thought. Got lost in thought there. We kind of went deep there.
We did go deep. Sometimes it's good. It's hello. Sometimes it is good to me. Hey,
Yeah.
Diva. I'm doing well. How are you? We are doing the Butter Churn podcast. If you have any questions or anything, feel free to ask us. We'll answer what we can or what we feel comfortable with. But how are you today? Um, but yeah, sometimes it's deep. It's good to go deep. In many situations, not all, but sometimes it's nice to get lost in the deepness and feel that you don't have any weight or anything on you. Because sometimes the effortless floating can just be nurturing to you, especially for us cosmic beings. The sensation of just being deep in our thoughts, being just deep alone, can really help us with our daily stuff. And speaking of deep, anxiety elephant, how do you get deep? Like, what are some ways that you use getting deep to benefit you?
Well, like you said, it's always good for your mental health to do it. It really is. If you just sit and think about things, sometimes it can be detrimental to your mental health, though.
It
If you
can
really
be.
want to.
Yeah.
It's just nice sometimes to get out of everything else and basically get out of your head by getting into your head. It's a weird, weird thing.
You gotta explore those crevices and explore your emotions. Uh, think things through. Counseling is a great way to get deep. Um, Especially if it's someone you trust, someone you're comfortable with. Um, if you can afford it, some people can, and then sometimes it's nice to have a peer mentor or a friend that you can get deep into, or not. Well, not that deep into. Uh, get deep with and talk about things that they'll listen and won't judge and explore it with you. Just having someone do that is really good for you. Like, it can help a lot.
Oh yeah.
Is there ways that going deep, like within yourself or within other subjects, can really help you find your self awareness that you know of? Like, for example, go deep diving into what smells you associate with who or what or when can really help detach feelings and stuff that may be good or may be bad that you just need to get rid of.
Wow, never really thought about this stuff, but
You gotta get deep, man. Gotta get deep.
yeah.
And that's another thing we plan on doing with the podcast as well. We're gonna go deeper. Or I plan to go deeper.
Yeah, we definitely gonna go deeper.
I'm usually not a top, so I usually don't go deep. Um, but we'll go deeper. Depending on the subjects, we'll go deep. Sometimes we'll go light, we'll go hearty, lightheartedness, depending on the situation. We may not avoid subjects depending on like how controversial they are or um, how heated they are at the moment. But we will definitely be doing that. Do you have anything you want to talk about or add?
No, just know that we are gonna try to do that. Try to make you think and try to make you want to be a part of it and everything like that. Want to know your opinions. We want to know if you disagree with us or you agree with us. All that stuff.
We want you involved, definitely for sure. Um, I feel like we'll get more people involved. Try to get them to make us think of things we haven't thought of before. Uh, Maybe explore new things. We'll see. Let's see what else. What else is there? We're gonna be doing more polls, I believe,
Yes.
for subjects and stuff like that. So if you follow on Instagram, on Twitter, you can find polls there.
Yeah.
You can leave us comments, leave us anything you want to tell us how we're doing and to see what you'd like to see and whatnot. We're really looking forward to the interaction with our viewers and listeners, and hopefully, we'll get built up there. I'm really looking forward to get built. Built.
Yeah, me too.
Um, I know I don't look like it at the moment. Uh, I'm still trying to get comfortable with talking. This is another one reason for doing the podcast for me is to push myself out of my comfort zone, to talk to people, to talk about subjects, to talk, to make videos, to get me out of my comfort zone with being a hermit and self-seclusion and just withdrawing myself, trying to get me more socialized, basically.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one, definitely.
Trying to learn new habits, new ways of operating, so I can be a little bit more up energy and all sorts of things, so I can sound excited and look excited at the same time. Because I have trouble matching that up with my face, sadly. So hopefully that will work. Do you have any big plans for the year? Like something you want to accomplish that you feel comfortable with sharing, that you have big plans for?
Nothing that I feel like sharing today because I'm kind of working on things behind the scenes, but hopefully something.
I feel you there. I don't have any big plans. I'm thinking and big word for me. Thinking and I've lost the word. Of things to do, to get set, to get going. We'll see how that goes, but hopefully we'll get there. And we're all banking on your support, whether it's good comment or bad comment or just a cheerio. We appreciate anything here at the Better Churn podcast because we know how hard it is sometimes. We know how hard it is to be positive, to be negative. Well, we know how easy it is to be negative.
Yeah.
But we're trying to create a community where we are comfortable and supportive and we explore each other and support each other and just find that special place.
That was beautiful.
But thank you. It was off the top of my head. Like this whole podcast, off the top of my head. Not a bit of it was planned, can you tell?
No?
But, that's another thing I'm going to try to work on as we do these podcasts a lot more, is me stop saying, because every time I say, I always think of Alice in Wonderland, Queen of Hearts, and I always want to be like, do you want a warm pig's belly for your ankles? And I'm like, no.
Yeah, I guess it does stick out to you because you edited it too, so I'm sure it does stick out.
It gets took out, but there's a lot of y'all don't see. It's like this, that. There we go again. Trying to work on my speech a little bit better, where we can be more consistent. Try to get you to talk a little bit more, so you can go on rants and stuff. Where I'm not hoarding all the time and space on my chats. Get you to be a chatty Cathy and see how that goes.
Definitely gonna try to be.
But we'll see how that goes. There we go again.
Yeah.
But I cannot say it. I cannot say it. It's either or
Now that you
It's the
pointed it out,
curse.
now let's look in here.
I have to leave some in. No, thankfully for Christmas, I got a new microphone, a new webcam that I can do a little bit more with, hopefully, to do some videos, do more podcasts, to do streaming. I'm planning on doing different streamings when I can. But yeah, this microphone is amazing.
It sounds good.
Like, I don't even have it stuffed in my shirt. And it's just sitting on the desk, like, at least a good 12 and a half inches away from me.
Wow.
Because it's a Blue Yeti microphone. It's one of those fancy ones. I feel all fancy because you can adjust what it picks up and you can adjust what it's for. It's so fancy. I feel all fancy with it. But yeah, that's the plan. We're gonna change some things up on Patreon. We're gonna do more stuff for Patreon. We're going to do some stuff for YouTube. Hopefully. Get things rolling this year and get things going. Hopefully we'll pick up some. Do you have high hopes for it?
I sure do. It sounds like we got a lot to be doing this year. It's gonna look like a really good plan.
And it's gonna be a good year. I feel like it's gonna be a good year besides COVID, because we all know that's probably gonna stick around for a while.
Yeah, it seems like it's gonna be here to stay.
It's just gonna be another flu thing. We talked about our plans. We talked about our socials. We didn't talk about your socials. So what's your socials, Anxiety Elephant?
On everything, you can find me an Anxiety Elephant either with a PH or an F. So they're different on different things. But that's where you can find me. Or you can get us on the Better Churn podcast on Facebook as well, the page.
For sure.
Yeah, Anxiety Elephant on everything. I went back and changed it.
Got to make that exciting content for those pages.
Yeah.
You can find me on Instagram. You can find me on Twitter, Twitch, YouTube. You can find us on Patreon. We Butterkowski, the Butter Churn podcast. Easy to find, easy to look at. Hopefully we'll see you there. Hopefully you'll feel like you'll leave a follow on Twitch, a subscribe on YouTube, so you can keep up with our podcasts. And we hope to see you there.
Yes, we do.
I think that's pretty much going to call it for the podcast for today. Until next time, I'm Butters.
And I'm Anxiety Elephant.
Until next time, toodles!